A big field of sprint cars is expected at Knoxville. Brady Bacon continues to make me look stupid. We need more guys like Dominic Scelzi, and I'm Ron Burgundy. Let's go. It's Thursday, June 13th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is Dirt Tracker Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. There were lots of dominant wins around the country last night. At Sharon Speedway, Danny Dietrich went the distance to score his first victory of Ohio Speedweek, topping Dale Blaney and Brandon Spithaler. Big field of cars at Sharon, 55, and things seem to be going pretty okay without a big sanction being involved here with Speedweek. We've definitely had some different winners over the last several weeks or last several races that we wouldn't have had otherwise, and I don't think that's a bad thing. 5 different winners in 5 races so far and still 3 races left to go. Wins to this point have gone to Cap Henry, Cale Thomas, Jordan Ryan, Danny Sams, and now Dietrich. Henry still leads the points headed into tonight at Muskingum County. Friday, action shifts over to Millstream and then Atomic on Saturday for the finale. At Bridgeport, it was all Brady Bacon with the USAC Sprint Cars for Eastern Storm Night 2. He led flag to flag and won over Kevin Thomas Jr. and Justin Grant. Logan Seavey continues to look a little more human as of late and was 15th last night. Bacon's recent charge has him just 52 points back of Seavey, very much right back in the mix for this championship. He's up to 3rd now behind CJ Leary. That's 7 straight top 3 finishes for the Macho Man, and the streak continues after my hot take. Big Diamond up next tonight with Williams Grove Friday, Port Royal Saturday, and Action Track USA on Sunday. Summer Nationals got rolling as well with 29 late models at Peoria on Wednesday. Tyler Erb went the distance in that one, topping Dennis Erb Jr. and Dylan McCowan. I said yesterday that this will likely be the weekend where Tyler Erb falls off the Lucas Tour, but had a commenter point out that he's actually already off the deal. He didn't race with Lucas at the Show Me 100 a few weeks ago, and I completely missed it. He's off to a good start here, though, with the Summer Nationals. As expected, a bunch of Outlaw teams were in attendance that included Dennis Erb Jr., Bobby Pierce, Max McLaughlin, Cody Overton, and Daniel Hilzebeck. The Outlaws and Dirt Vision are supporting the weekend racing at Ultimate Motorsports Park coming up, but it's not an official Outlaw race. We'll see if any of these guys go that direction or if they stay out with the Hell Tour. Pierce posted to social media to keep an eye on his page for schedule updates. He does have the Sunday show at Ultimate on his schedule as tentative. The Summer Nationals show for tonight at Kankakee is rained out. They will try again tomorrow at Tri-City with Fairbury coming up on Saturday. Mike McKinney, the night's modified Nationals winner. And out west with the Sprint Cars After Dark, not a great night at Southern Oregon Speedway. I was happy to see Tanner Olms get his first career NARC win. He led every lap after starting second and topped Justin Cox and Justin Sanders. But that main event was halted after just 13 laps because of a crash and a fire involving Angelique Bell. Bell was taken to the hospital in an ambulance and is being treated for burns. Obviously, everyone is hoping for a full recovery for her. I'm not going to harp on safety yet again, but clearly there were some issues last night, and things need to be addressed here from multiple angles. I know there's an ongoing discussion on social media about fuel tanks after recent fires that includes Chase Randall's at Knoxville, and there are deficiencies in firefighting capability at a lot of racetracks. Bell's crash wasn't even particularly bad or violent, but the tank itself looked to have been ruptured by her riding the turn 3 wall and getting into the fencing. It seemed like it took a very long time for her to finally get out, too long, and then they couldn't get the fire under control. The feature effectively had to be called off because they had exhausted all of their firefighting equipment of extinguishing materials by the time they got it all put out and contained. And talking to a firefighter today with lots of experience in this area, it seems as though they did not have the correct extinguishers for a methanol fire at the racetrack. NARC's Jim Allen and the track's promoter addressed the drivers in a meeting after the incident and all agreed it was the best course of action to just call it off. I do want to spotlight Dominic Scelzi as well because he was vocal in that meeting about saying that he didn't feel comfortable continuing. He said it wasn't for lack of effort on the safety crew's part, but clearly they didn't have the right stuff to handle the fire. And if the sport is going to have any real change in the area of safety going forward, the drivers absolutely must be vocal and involved. They are the ones most at risk. Cali Dirt video on YouTube caught the entire drivers' meeting on camera, and I would recommend watching it, but he has since taken that video down. It included the fire stuff with Bell, which was difficult to watch, but the meeting stuff I think was very interesting. Good stuff from Dom and not being afraid to raise his hand. We need more of that. Going forward, these series have got to be checking with tracks ahead of time. I was told Purple K extinguishers are the best option, and if that's true, that's what tracks need on hand if they are hosting sprint cars. That has to be non-negotiable. Some car-specific training also needs to happen, and responders need protection, like fire suits. You can't get drivers out of burning race cars wearing a t-shirt and blue jeans. NARC's trip north continues tonight at Douglas County with Cottage Grove Friday, Willamette Saturday, and Grays Harbor on Sunday. Here's to hoping they don't have any more issues there. At Knoxville this weekend, we could very likely have the biggest sprint car field so far this season when the World of Outlaws come through. Johnny Gibson tweeted yesterday that a car count in the 70s is possible, but more likely will be in the mid-60s. A quick glance through both the Outlaw and High Limit schedules, and I think it looks like 56 was the highest car count we had for High Limit so far this year. That was at East Bay, and the Outlaws had 56 at Jacksonville. This will be a bit of a Knoxville Nationals preview. Plenty of teams are headed in to get laps, do research, all of that stuff. This will be a big weekend as well because NASCAR is in town at Iowa Speedway, the Cup Series at the track for the first time ever. So another Outlaw High Limit Showdown weekend. The championship battle remains tight, and hopefully some extra fans in the stands will get a good show at the Sprint Car Capital. In Tennessee, Lucas is at Smoky Mountain on Friday and Saturday after a few weeks off. Ricky Thornton Jr. still atop the standings there. He leads Jonathan Davenport and Devin Moran. Those three pretty solidly in the Lucas chase right now, with the fourth and final spot the one that is very much up for grabs. Hudson O'Neill has it at the moment, but Mike Marlar, Tim McCready, Garrett Alberson, Dalton Wilson, all still very much in play here. A lot will continue to change. I'm going to keep talking about it because there's a lot that can happen here, so prepare yourself for that. Plenty of other racing happening this weekend as well. Drop me a comment with your weekend plans and your win picks. Finally today, a quick funny story for you. If you watched yesterday's show, you know that I did a promo read off the top of the show for Pennsylvania Speedweek coming up. In that read, I said that it was 10 races in 10 days at 10 tracks. Obviously, that was a typo, as it's not 10 racetracks. It's 7 racetracks. Williams Grove, Lincoln, Port Royal all have 2 races that week. I've discovered, though, that I'm basically Ron Burgundy at this point and will just read whatever is on this teleprompter that I'm looking at right now. Thanks, everyone that called me out for the mistake. I will try and do better with the next one. Big thanks as well to the PA Speedweek organizers for supporting the Daily Show. That's it for the daily and for this week. You can check out everything you need to see over at DIRTRACKR.com. News, the streaming schedule, the analytics section, all sorts of good stuff over there. Hit that subscribe button as well wherever you tune in, whether that's on YouTube or podcast places. You can also find the show over on Facebook every single day. Hope you guys have a great Thursday and a great weekend out there. We'll see you right back here on Sunday.